What's up, everybody?
On Facebook.
Get ready for another fun-filled show.
Dad, this is fun.
Called Mark My Words Sports Show.
Well,
You know?
I'm glad you enjoyed it.
Thanks everybody for watching. Tune in, like, share, comment.
Can we go back?
602-354-8823 is the number to call.
Or just text, man. Nobody calls anybody anymore. That's what I was told.
Can we walk?
Be like normal people and text.
It's a short flight from your neighborhood to your naturehood.
That's what the girl told me. Why don't you be like normal people and text?
Park or green space near
Well, she
you.
done said to my
Brought to you by
face,
the
she
Ad
texted
Council
me
and
that.
the U.S. Forest Service.
Broadcast kind of
campus.
It's pretty crazy, man.
For the park.
That's where life's going, though, man. For all this Generation Xers, man, life is changing before our eyes. I can't believe it. Listen to my 5 things at the end of the show, man. You're going to be blown.
Next on Mark My Words Sports Show, the NBA Draft Lottery has just came and went, and the winners of the Zion Williamson sweepstakes is the New Orleans Pelicans. No one's seen that coming. A 6% chance of making the #1 pick, and they got it, beating out the Knicks, the Suns, and the Chicago Bulls. We're gonna talk about Zion Williamson and the rumors surrounding him and his camp. What is he gonna do moving forward? We're also gonna talk about the NBA Draft Combine, the top players that's gonna be in the draft, and we're gonna also talk about the NBA playoffs. The Eastern and Western Conference Finals are in full swing, and we're gonna talk about in depth with the strategies and what's going on with Kevin Durant, what's going on with Kawhi Leonard and the Toronto Raptors, Giannis Antetokounmpo, and what's going on with Damian Lillard and CJ McCullough. So keep it locked right here on RadioPhoenix.org. 602-354-8823 is the number to call.
That's 2 billboards in one.
Call in and always keep it 1 million right here.
Radio Phoenix wishes to thank underwriter Los Compadres Restaurant.
Los Compadres is
Compadre.
in part of the 18 North Corridor in Phoenix.
Located
Information and reservations on Jazz Night, dinner, drink specials, and reservations at 602-864-0043.
Follow Los Compadres PHX on Facebook and Instagram.
Maybe he's actually a beat from NBA Jams.
I'm Amy Goodman. Join me and co-host Juan Gonzalez for Democracy Now!
I was out
Your
of video
daily,
games,
grassroots,
I
global,
watched
unembedded,
video games,
independent,
yeah.
international,
That's
investigative news hour.
Maybe we should kill the
Tackling
video
the issues
games.
the corporate media won't touch. Democracy Now! Here on Radio Phoenix.
Democracy Now! Weekday mornings at 9 on Radio Phoenix.
And I got the original one.
Yeah, man.
Alright, man, let's get right to the show, man. Cut this.
Everybody call in, 602-354-8823. We're about to talk Zion Williamson, talk the NBA draft, Phoenix Suns, the Knicks, the Lakers, you know, all the teams that was involved. Subscribe to our YouTube page, all platforms. All right, Mark My Words Sports Show, keep it 1 million. Coming on right now. Hey, TT, what's going on?
Hey, wife. Love you. Road to Zion. Whoever's on that road to Zion, you gonna watch a man get fired.
his name? Dave Griffin. Who used to be the Cavs GM?
Who?
Dave Griffin.
No, David Griffin, yeah.
He used to be the Cavs. He's the one who's the GM right now with the Pelicans.
Yeah, he's talking tough. That dude's gonna be fired in 2 years if he drafts Zion.
He's trying to get no. He's trying to get Anthony Davis to stay.
I know.
Anthony Davis is like, nah.
I'm out of here, bro. you will be wanting to get traded too in a couple of years.
Right.
My top 10 fattest sports athletes.
Oh, wow.
But they had to be good at their respective sport.
Right.
This song becomes annoying after a while. Like, I wouldn't be mad if you shut him up right now. This is a terrible song. It was good for the first bar, but he just kept. Don't nobody want to hear that, man. Shut up. You need to keep on walking on this bad drug trip you on. Oh my God.
On the road to Zion.
Cut that off. God. That was cruel and unnecessary punishment. I'm sorry, listeners. Oh, man. Oh, well, I'm sorry, Facebook, for having
Hey, Jerome, what's going on?
That was a terrible song. You know, it was cool at the beginning, and then just after about 2 or 3 minutes, it just becomes annoying. Like, well, you're just sitting there like, what is he saying?
This one's not.
Mark my words. Mark my words. Mark my words.
Mark my words for the show.
We gotta get this made.
Mark my
A
words.
remake, we're gonna have some female singing. That'd be dope. That'd be dope.
Mark my words.
Mark my words, sport. Show us what you tuned into.
Mark my words.
We the show that keeps it 1 million with ya.
Mark my words.
We got the sports from coast to coast ready for ya.
Mark my words.
From New York to Chi-Town to LA, all around the
Mark
world
my
with
words.
ya. We got the players from Captain Kirk to King James for you.
Mark my words.
We got all the sports for the kids and the OGs too.
Mark my words.
We love the new
What up, Gully?
school, and we got throwbacks for you.
You looked on
Mark
fire.
my words.
Mark my
Yeah,
words,
she's here.
7
Mark
to
my words.
9, Radio Phoenix and
You know,
SoundCloud
it's
for
become
you.
tradition
Mark
now. We
my
play golf on the
words,
show.
kids. Mark my words.
Mark my words.
You can mark my words. 85 colors out, make
Afternoon, Phoenix. What's happening, you guys? It's
World
May
Sports Show is back. May 16, 2019.
I forgot the date for a second. That's
Huh?
crazy. That's when you know you're suffering from old timers.
What'd you say?
I forgot the date for a second. I was like, it's May.
Right.
You know, my son just celebrated another birthday, so that means another year that I'm getting older.
Happy birthday. All right.
My little brother celebrated the birthday the next day.
Right.
I don't like them that much, so I didn't get either one of them nothing. I'm just playing.
Oh, man. But before I go and say anything, hold up. That's a little teaser right there. But before I say anything, I wanted to hear the shot heard round the world, literally.
Buscando ele, Kawhi. Com certeza ele vai tentar o chute. Kawhi Leonard foi pra zona morta pro arremesso.
Nobody had no open drips right that guy. That's all. He just spit all kind of stuff out.
Hacia adentro Kawhi, va a buscar su tiro, se levanta Kawhi.
Kawhi Leonard'ı buldular. Bersimus'un yakın savunması. Leonard boşluk arıyor. Leonard attı. Kawhi Leonard bastı. Kawhi Leonard içeriye düştü bu top. Lo van a buscar entre dos. Tiene tiempo. A ver, se levanta. No. Fantástico, se agarran la cabeza, se abrazan, festejan.
Here on out.
Looks at the clock, turns the corner for the win. With the game winner! And for the second time in franchise history, the Toronto Raptors are heading to the Eastern Conference Finals.
So, everybody saw that live. If you didn't, you must have been kidnapped or something underneath the rock or somewhere. But that was most likely probably the greatest buzzer beater shot in the playoffs of all time, next to Michael Jordan.
Oh, God. Here we go.
Okay, not
The one where he pushed
not the shot where
Russell
not, I was
in
gonna
the
say
butt.
not the shot where he pushed Russell.
Oh, so
but
you
the
admit
Craig
that he
Elo
pushed off.
shot. I mean, I watched it live.
You admit that
I've
he
seen it
pushed
live.
off.
Yeah, it was the best push off in the history of basketball.
Cheated, right?
He didn't cheat, but
They cheated
it was
for him,
a
right?
quote unquote no call. Right. So
Oh, you talking about the Elo where he just
well,
goes
the
down
Elo,
and starts pumping his fist vigorously?
The Elo shot, that race basically propelled the Bulls to their first title. So that started, the dynasty right there. So that's a very, very significant shot.
The dynasty, huh?
The last shot,
You wear a shoe
actually,
too,
who? Jordan's?
Yeah.
Of course.
huh? Oh, wow. You know
The
Jordan
last-
never
hold
cared about
on.
you, right?
The last shot was basically, supposedly, Michael Jordan's last shot, where he was going to retire right there. And obviously he didn't, came back as a Washington Wizard, tainted his career a bit. But this Kawhi Leonard shot, where some people like Matt Capella will call him better than Kobe Bryant somehow.
Oh, my God.
You heard what he said, right?
Oh,
Max
my
Keller.
God. No, I
couldn't
didn't.
believe it.
I'm glad I didn't. Max is starting to become crazy.
Right.
He done moved to New York in the snow that got his mind or something.
Because he said...
Did the person get up and walk off the set?
Yes. Jay Williams did.
I would have got
This
up and
is
walked
before-
off. Why would
yeah.
you
Here's
argue
the
with
thing.
him?
This is before the shot, right? So that week, he's talking about how he has a better stats and better clutch performances than Kobe Bryant. And it's like, are you serious? Kobe? Of all people, you're going to compare Kawhi Leonard, who's a two-way player, to Kobe Bryant, who's basically Black Mamba.
That
You know
should
what I
give
mean?
him a drug test right on the
No,
spot.
you know what? This is what he needs. That's exactly what he needs right here, okay? Oh, no. That happened. Oh, this thing is messed up.
Well, he need a drug test. That's
Stay in your lane, bro.
That's what he needs.
Bro.
He needs that. This
Yeah,
is aura is messed up. It's
Hey.
messed up.
They should have came in there with the drug test. You know, the kit that you could get at Walmart or Walgreens, the drug test when you think your kid is out of control doing drugs.
Right.
They should have bought one of those instantly into the set and gave it to him on air.
Well, now, since the shot, it's kind of validated.
Oh,
his point.
stop it. I'm finna go to walk. You know CVS is right there. I'll walk and go
I
get
know.
you a drug test right now.
Well, my thing is, he's not Kobe Bryant. No one right now in this generation is going to be compared. Should be ever
Stay in your
compared to
lane,
Kobe
bro.
Bryant. But what I'm saying is, with that shot, and now let's say they beat Milwaukee and go on and win the championship. That for Kawhi Leonard is a legacy shot. You know, for Kawhi Leonard, that's a potential Hall of Famer shot. You know what I mean? He's already a champion, already a Finals MVP, beating LeBron James with the Spurs. You know, going to Toronto and
Just for giggles, man. Do you think Toronto's gonna beat Milwaukee?
I don't think so. What happened the last game, and he had someone like Brook Lopez shooting threes like he's a 3-point shooter.
That's all I want to
Brook
know.
Lopez has shot, I think about in his career, maybe 3 or 4 3-pointers. This last game, he shot 4, made him. He had, I think, 29 points last game.
Yeah.
Antetokounmpo
Yeah,
had about
27.
Antetokounmpo had only like 24 points, a down game, but 11 rebounds, and everyone else chipped in. They have a full team.
Okay.
Toronto Raptors have Kawhi Leonard.
Well, Kyle Lowry had
and
27.
No, he had 30.
Did he
Kyle
have
Lowry had
30?
31
loss, though.
points. Yeah, and
Now he only
Kawhi
had
Leonard
like
had
4
30 points.
the rest of the season. He didn't gave his whole outfit for the finals
Now,
right there.
Here's my thing: is you have 5-on-2 basically, because you have the new kid. I don't know how to say his name, but he's probably most likely the most improved player. Spiakis, whatever, the African kid.
Yeah.
He balls, but their defense is so good they're going to shut down everybody else. Milwaukee's is probably the best two-way team in the league right now.
Yeah, I agree. I honestly think they're gonna beat Golden State now. That's my crazy for today.
Yeah,
But that don't sound too crazy. Stay in your lane, bro.
I gotta basically see if Kevin Durant comes back, which he most likely will.
He's not
They're
coming
most likely
back.
gonna sit him out.
ACL.
I'm saying they're most likely going to sit him out this series because they're most likely going to sweep Portland. Because
man.
And here's my thing: if Damian Lillard and CJ McCollum doesn't come big, now they're playing right now. Let me look at the score here.
If was a fifth, would you drink?
I'd be drunk right now, right?
Yeah, you'd be drunk as heck, man. You think that
Well,
them
see,
two
right
dudes
now,
is gonna play like that the rest of the season?
at
Look at what's
halftime,
happening.
They're up 15, 65-50. Okay.
Stop, Dwayne. From now on, your job is to listen to everything I say, man, because I'm right.
No.
Just go in there and just know that I'm right.
No.
You're crazy if you think that
CJ
those two
McCollum
dudes.
with 16, Damian Lillard with 10 points right now.
Okay, in what quarter? What period
It's
is this?
halftime.
It's halftime.
You have Steph Curry with 19, Draymond Green with 8, and Iguodala hasn't scored yet. Okay, Klay Thompson has 9 with 1 3-pointer, Curry with 2 for 6 and threes. So
You live by the 3, you die by the 3.
that's exactly right. But what I'm saying is the key to that series is Damian Lillard and C.J. McCollum. That's what I'm trying to say.
And if you think that
Game
they're not
one-
going to ball out,
Game 1, they didn't do nothing.
that was
Game
an
2,
aberration.
they have to ball out, and really they have to ball out the rest of the season, the rest
That
of the
was
series
an aberration. You're not going to see that.
to at least beat. Well, do you have Portland beating Golden State or not? Because if you're going to say
Listen,
C.J. McCollum and Damian
We
Lillard
watched the
ball
game
out,
together, right?
yeah,
Did that game seem close pretty much the whole way through?
no, it
Oh,
didn't.
Here we go. Here we go. Come on.
It didn't seem close.
It
But
didn't.
what I'm saying is the reason why is because C.J. McCollum and Damian Lillard didn't get off. And if they do, when
And they
do,
didn't get off, but
Yeah.
they were still in the game
No,
with
they
a chance
was.
to win
They
throughout,
was in
all
the
the way
game.
to like the fourth quarter.
yeah, and that's
They
when-
had a
and
shot
that's
to
when-
win, and that's when they fell off.
And that's when they blew it open.
Okay, but that's when they fell off. But see, look, your two best players, you mean to tell me your two best players don't get off in the game, but yet you remain in the game with a chance to win. Because remember I kept saying, it felt like Portland's going to win. Didn't I?
I know.
Okay, I wouldn't have been saying that if I was drinking the fifth.
But let me ask you this
Okay,
question.
I'm just
though.
letting you know.
But wine was involved, though. So.
Okay, but still.
Well, here's what I gotta say.
Fifth and wine. Fifth have you on the couch.
Here's what I gotta say, though. With that being said, do you see Portland beating them? Without Kevin Durant?
See, I'm not like you, man. I'm not going to just spell out stuff that's crazy. I'm trying to think about the question. Do I want to answer that question?
Well, before you answer that question, we got to go to break real quick. And got to get this ad out here. Support for Radio Phoenix comes in part from Gifts-A-Non. Since 1977, Gifts-A-Non has provided books, gifts, self-help programs, and support for Valley residents recovering from addiction. 2 locations are available. One at 7th Street, just south of Bethany Home in Phoenix, and the other at Scottsdale Road and Shea in Scottsdale. More information available at 602-277-5256 or search for Gifts-A-Non Inc. on Facebook. And you can find Mark My Words Sports Show on Facebook as well, and on every platform, YouTube, and on RadioPhoenix.org. We'll be right back with more Mark My Words Sports Show.
All right, Nip.
Marathon continues. All right. We're going to do a minute of this, though. Okay, next week we're going to talk about Zion and the draft. All right. So we're going to talk about Zion and the draft right now. Give me 1 minute, 1 quick minute. I started.
Did you? I didn't. I'm going to start.
Sit-ups.
I'm going to start. That's why I started at, but I didn't finish. I just been...
It's hard to start from the jump, from the beginning again, man. Goodness.
I know.
I push 200 quick, like sit-ups and like 100 push-ups quick. Goodness. Okay. So I barely do 100 sit-ups. I'm struggling to do 100 sit-ups.
I break them down to 25. But I do mine with weights too, though.
Yeah. Okay, we're gonna come on right now. We're gonna come on. We're back, Mark My Words Sports Show.
Let this ride.
You can find us on every platform, Facebook,
Marathon continues.
on Twitter, Instagram,
That's right.
YouTube, SoundCloud, Mark My Words Sports Show, RadioPhoenix.org, and we're going to get into this NBA Draft Lottery, probably the most anticipated one in recent memory.
For nothing, though.
And it was basically one of the craziest because so many teams, bounced around. You have the Bulls and the Suns not make it to the top 4. And then you have the Lakers and New Orleans making it in the top 4. New Orleans making to the number 1 pick, which is, they were 6%. I see that. 6% chance. And the Knicks were 14% chance. I'm going to...
and the Lakers with a 78% chance of getting the number 1. And they got 4. That's crazy.
But here's the thing. I'm going to... here's some sound of Adrian Wojnarowski talking about possibly the end of tanking in the NBA.
Question. The Pelicans were huge winners last night getting that first pick. What is the reaction around the league to the fact that you could argue the biggest losers were the Knicks, the Cavaliers, and the Suns, who had the 3 worst records and wound up 3rd, 5th, and 6th in the draft?
Yeah, Greeny, I think a lot of people were underestimating the impact that the new draft lottery reform was going to have. This is what the NBA wanted. This is why they changed the rule. They want to deter tanking. They want teams chasing wins and not ping pong balls. And last night was example one for the NBA that there may not be much of an advantage at all to try to continue that race to the bottom to get a high pick. This is the kind of action the league wanted to keep teams from just shutting it down late in seasons, and to have 3 teams jump up into the top of the lottery. We've never had more than one do it. This is what a draft lottery will look like in the future because of the way they flattened the odds out.
Now, that was Adrian Wojnarowski with Get Up. Yeah, go ahead.
Is that fair?
What's that?
The way that they are moving the draft lottery. Do you think that that's a fair thing?
I would say yeah, because it gives the fans a chance to actually want to go to those games in March and April. Because now you don't have the top players sitting because they're at the 10th, 11th, 12th seed, and they're just really trying to tank for the number 1 pick.
But is it really deterring? Because you have the Suns, New York, and what was the third team?
Answer
the question. Did it really deter anything? No, because guess what they're playing for now?
What's that?
Ping pong balls.
But, well, here's the thing. There's equal amounts now versus a disparaging of number 1 gets more than the other one. So the top 3 get the same amount. But the top 6 get the same amount of chances. Okay? I think this will be the first year that teams are going to look at that and be like, well, since New Orleans came out of nowhere and the Lakers jumped up, and even the Grizzlies, which everyone thought was going to be Knicks, Suns, Cleveland, and Chicago, all those top 4 teams, however you want to mix those 4 teams around, I think that's going to change a lot. I would say the last team to actually make it successful was the 76ers. They did it, 3-4 years in a row with this hashtag trust the process. They're getting, a Ben Simmons, Joel Embiid, and now you see them. They lost in the second round to Toronto, but now they're a perennial playoff team. Moving forward, I think that teams like the lower seeded teams, the Minnesota Timberwolves, the Suns, the Knicks, the Cleveland Cavaliers and whatnot, I think they're going to be better to develop those players and keep those players so they can win games to at least get an 8th, 7th, 6th seed so they can possibly try to win instead of tanking. You know what I mean? Because it's not going to work anymore. Mm-hmm. What do you think?
I don't think it's going to deter those teams, man. I think that it's a pointless rule. You know what I'm saying? Because it's not going to deter them from trying to lose. Well, because, one, it's their culture. Let's just keep that real.
Well, here's another way. Do you want to just do away with the lottery altogether and then have it like the NFL?
Yeah. Because it gives the bottom teams, man, a chance to actually really get better. Because if you don't give these teams that are just terrible and dumpster fires, you're making it worse for them anyway because they need to have the shot at Zion so they can see they still go be dumpster fires.
Here's the thing with that. Now you have the rumor that Zion doesn't want to be in New Orleans.
You can tell when he got drafted.
What I'm saying is this.
Have you ever been there? No.
Well, my question is this.
I'm never going either.
Well, my question is this. What if other players in the future get drafted or the team they don't want to go to gets that number 1 pick and then they try to pull an Eli Manning stunt? Which now his stepdad did say in a interview in New Orleans that they're excited to be in New Orleans. He's saying all the right words, all the right things. But come draft night, we never know what happens because he has yet to sign with an agent or a shoe deal. So there's even rumors that he could go back to Duke.
That's what I would do.
Which his stepdad said that's not going to happen or nothing like that.
Oh, they want the money. His stepdad agreed.
Oh, of course. Zion came out and was saying that he would like to go back, but he knows he can't.
I don't know
You know what
why.
I mean? He's saying that himself. He had a lengthy interview, and he said that himself. He would love to go back. That was the best experience he had in his life, but he knows he can't go back, even if he wanted to. So obviously there's money involved, and there's people that wants that money, and that people that he feels as a young child that he owes, which, to be honest with you, he owes nothing to nobody. he did all that himself as an 18-year-old to get to be the #1 player coming out of the draft.
Yeah, I would tell Dad to go stick it. You ain't my daddy. That's what I
You
would
know
tell
what I
you.
mean?
You
So-
ain't my daddy.
Right.
And I go back to college.
So I would say moving forward, let's say if a player, gets that #1 pick and gets one, Cleveland gets him or another team that they don't want to go to.
You know who was the first person
They
to
may
ever,
pull
I
out.
remember doing that? Scottie Pippen.
There's a couple other players too.
Scottie Pippen. Remember, he got drafted to the Seattle
Right.
Supersonics.
I heard Kiki Vanderway was another one.
Yeah, Kiki.
He went from San Diego Chargers, didn't want to go
Not
there.
Chargers.
End up San Diego Clippers, excuse me, and didn't want to go there, and then got traded to Denver, and
I
Denver
remember that.
Nuggets. So it has happened before.
Coming out of UCLA, he got used to winning at UCLA and then had to go to the Clippers. Like, oh no, man.
And I think that's the problem. These kids really aren't used to losing.
Los Compadres.
Yeah.
All right, you guys. You know what time it is. It's Los Compadres time. It's time for me to drop the voice on you. Programming on Radio Phoenix is supported in part by Los Compadres Restaurant, located at 2023 50 West Northern Avenue in Phoenix. Serving the Valley since 1958, Los Compadres offers a full menu of Mexican cuisine, including dinner, drinks, specials. For more information or takeout orders or reservations are available by calling 602-864-0043 or online at Los Compadres Restaurant, A-to-Z.com.
We'll be back with more Mark My Words Sports Show.
Programming is supported by Shiner Gold Pomade. Regular, special, and clay hair holds for men and women. Shave soap and merchandise. Retail locations in the U.S. or online stores to anywhere in the world. At shinergold.com, Shiner Gold on Facebook.
Nothing could be finer than a man who smells like Shiner.
Than to be in Carolina, in the
Promotional consideration for this program is provided by MIM, Musical Instrument Museum, the world's only global musical instrument museum, and the MIM Music Theater at Tatum and Mayo Boulevards in Phoenix, mim.org.
180 over 111, and I had a stroke. I couldn't speak or walk.
150 over 90, and I had a stroke.
This is what high blood pressure sounds like. You might not feel its symptoms, but the results from a stroke are far from silent. Get back on your treatment plan or talk with your doctor to create a plan that works for you. Go to loweryourhbp.org.
Head to toe, everything's changed.
Brought to you by the American Stroke Association, American Medical Association, and the Ad Council.
Full Moon Hacksaw Jazz and Blues. This is Tom Colson, heard nationally with the help of Radio Phoenix. After a few hundred weekly broadcasts, we're of the opinion that jazz radio provides a fresh sound. With collectible grooves and a touch of Latin, bookended by true classics and new artists, we enjoy relaxation, stimulation, entertainment. If some liken jazz on the radio to an informal education of an art form, we'll take it. Sunday nights, 8 to 10 on Radio Phoenix, where the Valley comes to talk, sing, connect.
Mark My Words Sports Show.
And we're
RadioPhoenix.org.
Ken's Top 10.
Ken's Top 10.
It's brought to you by
No one.
So let's get right to it, man. You alluded to it, now we finna do it. The top 10 fat, great athletes of all time, as opposed to I see them. If you don't like it, get your own top 10. Anyway, at number 10, Babe Ruth. You know he was black, y'all. He was really black. Look at the picture.
That is the conspiracy theory out there. I heard Dominican as well. So
yeah, look at the picture.
That's yeah.
Coming in at 254 pounds, you guys, in 1919. That means he was obese. Anyway, Number 9, CC Sabathia, baseball player at 290 pounds, y'all.
Now he's just has 3,000 strikeouts. He's a future Hall of Famer.
Strikeouts.
Yeah.
Wow. Anyway, number 8, we got a double dipper, y'all. We got Prince and Cecil Fielder, baseball players. The son was 275 pounds. The dad was 280. Ooh, that's big, y'all. Don't play baseball, man. A second thought, man. You're going to be obese. Anyway.
There's another big one, too. There's another one.
At number 6 is John Daly, golf player, man. This dude is 276 pounds. How do you walk like that at 276?
Hey, they
walk?
said,
no golf carts,
they
right?
said he can use a golf cart in the next big tournament.
He drunk. They get tired of watching them swerve around the cart. Drunk. Face beat red.
You know, it's illegal for them to have carts in the profession.
I know.
They're going to allow him to have one.
He'd be walking around there on E40 status. Slurricane. Anyway.
Right. 40 water. Shout out.
Right. Anyway. At number 5, you got David Wells, baseball player, pitcher, at 248 pounds. Man, that is just, God. At number 4, you got Butter Bean. You can't have a fat list without Butter Bean on it. Boxer at 417 pounds.
Remember that?
Right.
That was just some crazy boxing, crazy sports back in the 90s.
400 pounds.
Remember the celebrity boxing
What
matches?
was those? Yeah, those was awesome.
Oh, man, that's so funny. Yeah.
All right, at number 3, we got Refrigerator Perry. Coming in at a hefty 325 pounds, a football player.
Oh,
you would think.
He's probably one of the greatest.
You would think.
Big obese men in sports history.
Oh, he got pushed around
Oh,
fat butt. Anyway.
He got a Super Bowl.
Yeah, 1985. Anyway, number 2, another boxer. Everybody loves him. You probably got one of his products in your house. George Foreman. You know you got that.
The Foreman Grill.
Stop lying.
That's to go with the Foreman Grill.
Oh, that's
so
next week's top 10 is the number 1 top ghetto thing that you have in your house. And at number 1,
that's a good one.
Shaquille O'Neal, coming in at 324 pounds.
That's the greatest big man of all time.
Right.
That's the refrigerator and Butterbean is right there.
Honorable mention, you got the fat Ronaldo. I don't know where I got that one from.
You know, you forgot his, what's the pitcher's name?
I ain't forgot nobody,
What's
man.
that big pitcher's name?
Roberto Colon.
Yeah, Roberto Colon. You forgot him.
He just made me mad because he pitched forever. He wouldn't go away. He
He's
probably
so
pitches
funny,
somewhere.
though. He's so hilarious to me. It's just funny.
He probably still pitches somewhere.
He is.
Oh, wow.
He's somewhere. He's on someone's roster.
How many kids he got?
I don't even want to know.
God, you would think at his age, man, all I want to do is sit back and get fatter.
I don't even want to know.
That's what he's doing anyway.
Right. Now, what do you think about all these rumors surrounding Zion Williamson and Anthony Davis when it comes to Anthony Davis still doesn't want to be a New Orleans Pelican, after them getting the number 1 pick?
Would you want to live in New Orleans or Los Angeles?
It really doesn't matter if you got millions and millions
Okay,
of dollars.
would you want to live in New Orleans or Los Angeles? You're thinking about it. You're in your 20s, you got millions of dollars.
I'm saying LA.
All the rap videos are shot there. You got the Lakers, the purple and gold.
LA would be the place to be.
Right.
New York would be the place to be as well. New York would be also.
But here's the problem,
actually, right
though.
now, San Francisco and Oakland may be the place to be as well for them.
But here's the problem, though, man. In New York, you got a half crazy guy kicking out old legends and stuff for just telling the truth. Well, you can't come to my stadium anymore.
What's going on with the Lakers?
Hey,
with
we're
all
a dumpster
that drama
fire,
going
but we're going to fix ourselves.
The fire, we're going to fix. Right. Well, my thing is, you have David Griffin that just got the GM position, the ex-GM from Cleveland who got him a championship. You know,
Stop it right there.
Helping LeBron James.
No.
He was assisting LeBron James win that championship.
Dan Gilbert was the guy for that.
Well,
guess who had to spend the money? Who signed the checks?
Dan Gilbert.
Okay, so therefore, that's who got
facilitated.
Let's just keep
got
it real.
Players in there. But what I'm saying is, he's basically on a mission to keep Anthony Davis, and I guess they think that getting the number 1 pick is going to solidify it. And then Anthony's like, nah,
I'm out of here.
No, we stay in the same. We stay in the pat. When we won out. Now, my thing is, what do you do? Do you try to trade with one of these teams, the Knicks or the Lakers or even the Grizzlies with these top 4 or 5 picks, excuse me, to possibly get something back.
Does he have veto power?
I'm not sure.
Can he
Matter
veto?
of fact, I
Let's
don't
look
think.
it up.
Here's the thing. I don't. No, he doesn't actually.
He's screwed.
He really doesn't.
I'd have
They
fired
can,
by
they
him
can
right
really
there.
trade him anywhere.
I would have fired by him.
Yeah, because he's still under contract.
Yeah, he'd have been fired.
But here's the thing. Right now, when you have
I would have went and got the State Farm
R.J.
agent.
Barrett out there, Ja Morant out there, you have Porter Jr. out there, you have some pretty good players that you can add with Zion Williamson to possibly put butts in the seats, to possibly.
That's all you're gonna do.
Basically, because you.
The Zion Williams career is gonna amount to be a 6-man at best.
Without Anthony Davis, you basically have Drew Holiday, Zion Williamson, Jared Randall.
No, he's out of here. He's out of there too.
Cast of characters.
Julius Randle.
Yeah, Julius Randle. That's if he stays or not.
No, he's gone. He's only under 1 year.
Wow.
Yeah, he's gone. Man, come on, man. Would you stay in New Orleans? Why do I have to keep asking you these common sense questions?
Well, that's my question is.
Hey, answer this. You really think Zion is going to be good, huh?
I'm not sure.
Be honest. No, be honest. Just be honest.
No, I said R.J. Barrett's going to be better than Zion. I've been saying that.
Okay, so just be honest.
The beginning.
Be honest. Do you
I
think
think
Zion's
he's
going to
be
be good?
but not great. I don't think he's going to be an all-time great like everyone's
Can
saying.
Zion shoot?
No.
Does he have a mid-range game?
What did I compare him to? No, but what did I compare him to? Which is basically, to me, a perfect comparison.
Who?
It's Blake Griffin. Blake Griffin only could dunk and couldn't shoot when he came out of Oklahoma. He was one of those hyped players, just like Zion. Hyped. He was the darling of the NBA. In a minute, he basically gave the NBA Kia as a sponsorship when he dunked over the Kia, right, to win the slam dunk contest years ago. That's all he could do was dunk. If it wasn't for CP3, he wouldn't have been a great player at all, because you need someone to pass him the ball, because he couldn't throw the ball, he couldn't dribble, he couldn't shoot, he couldn't back down to the basket.
All I'm saying to you, man, is
This
Zion,
is what I'm saying. This is
the
basically
GM who takes Zion Williamson
the best
is going to be
comparison
fired.
to Zion Williamson. Now, my thing is, if you're David Griffin, what do you do?
Trade that pick, or I take somebody else. Morant.
So do you trade? So you swap picks with another team, or you take Morant and have the Grizzlies take Zion?
Hey,
I mean, that can happen.
better them than me.
Ja Morant is considered the best player in the draft. R.J. Barrett really is considered the second best, and Zion is right there. So I would say the Knicks, if they want to really make a big move, trade that pick with New Orleans, get Anthony Davis. That's right there. You can entice Kevin Durant, Kyrie Irving, or Kemba Walker to come join Anthony Davis. I would think that'd be the best bet for the Knicks right now. Since everyone was crying that the Knicks didn't get the number 1 pick, I'm like, oh, that's great. Number 3, that's actually better than the number 1 pick. Because right there you got either Ja Morant or R.J. Barrett, who you can build around as far as this. Like you said, this NBA is not a big man's game.
No.
This NBA is Russell Westbrook, Steph Curry, Damian Lillard, that type of game.
Let me
That's
correct
who
you,
R.J.
though.
Barrett
It is a big
and
man's
Ja
game.
Morant is.
It is a big man's game, but it's more patterned by the Euro big man.
Yeah,
the big man who can shoot
the
three. Big man who doesn't really defend too much.
Dribble on the move,
you know what I mean?
pass the ball, things of that nature.
Right, can lead to fast break.
You see perfectly with Brook Lopez. Brook Lopez basically just reinvented his game in one season, from a back down the basket center to now he's shooting
He
threes.
shot the 3 for the Lakers. I know.
Yeah.
He
And that's
the
where
three
he
for the
kind of
Lakers.
started changing his game, was right
no,
there.
it was in Brooklyn.
You know?
It was in Brooklyn. He was shooting the 3 in Brooklyn, too.
But when you see players
New
do
Jersey
that,
Nets.
and another player who's actually changed his game to try to sustain, to stay in the league, is Blake Griffin. Is just like I said, compared, but now he's late in his career. He basically had his best season as a Detroit Piston. You know what I mean? And what did he do? He had to start learning how to shoot and shooting the 3-point shot. So when you have someone like R.J. Barrett or Ja Morant, who basically are knockdown shooters, facilitators, who can run an offense like a point guard or, a point forward, something like that, that's who you build around.
Right.
You know what I mean?
You don't build around Zion Williams because Zion is just going to be fire.
I would say Zion would be a really great secondary player.
He's going to be a liability.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is he could be a great secondary player that can hype the crowd up, you know, get everybody excited with the dunks and the fast breaks and the alley-oops. But you need someone to throw him the ball, like an R.J. Barrett. So if you trade that and have R.J. and Zion on there, that's a nice little exciting team. Maybe you can grab some people to play with them too. But this Anthony Davis situation, I really think that's still a dumpster fire in New Orleans.
Mm-hmm.
So with that being said,
we're
going to go to break. We're going to come right back. We're going to end the first hour. We're going to talk a little more about what's going on in the Eastern Conference and Western Conference Finals. Let me get the score real quick since it's on. Game 2 of the Western Conference Finals. And Golden State's coming back. It's 71-68. Portland. 5 minutes, 43 seconds left in the third quarter. All right, so we're going to come right back with more Mark My Words Sports Show. All right. Thanks, everybody, for watching. Everybody call in, 602-354-8823. Subscribe to our YouTube page, SoundCloud, everything. All platforms, all right? Hit us up. Keep 1 million. I need something to drink. Turn this fan on, it's hot. I'm really doing that now.
Are you listening to the show up there?
Yeah, I turned it on over there. All right. Mark My Words Sports Show's back. And what player do you see coming out of the draft that possibly could be a really good player, like besides these top players?
Honestly, man, I'm liking Dawkins coming out of Central Florida next year.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I'm really liking, if you really want to know.
Now, is he coming out this year or next year?
Next year.
He's coming out next year.
He was the best player in college basketball to me this year. He's more polished than all these guys.
Mm-hmm.
He's polished.
Right. Right. Well, there's a couple other players that's all right. You got Porter Jr., you have Bol Bol. who's they said in the combine he basically blew everybody away with his measurements. But I mean, come on, he's 6'6". I mean 7'6". Wingspan probably 8 feet. You know, stuff like that. So I mean, but he can shoot. You know,
that's why he'll make it in the league.
Hishimura out of Gonzaga.
I like him.
And the other player out of Gonzaga is also a great player. They're both juniors and seniors, so you know they have a lot of experience out there. So got to watch out for Hishimura.
That would be a good pick for the Lakers.
Yeah, you did say that before.
That would be an excellent pick for the Lakers to get him.
So I would say anybody that's really an NBA fan, you know, look at these players that these top 10 players that basically start looking at those players and see if they fit your team. You know, everybody call in 602-354-8823. What do you guys think about what's going on in the NBA, the draft lottery? Call us, let us know. Now, right now you have Golden State down 3, 75-72, 4 minutes left in the third quarter. Let's check some of these. So you have McCullough with 20, Damian Lillard with only 10 points, and Harkless with 12. And for Golden State, you have Steph Curry with 27, Klay Thompson with 17, and Draymond Green with 12 points. Now, question, with Golden State, we talked about this before. What do you think is going to happen after the finals? Let's say if they win or lose the championship, can they bring back everybody, or is there someone going to be left out in the cold?
There's going to be
with
people
this
left out in the cold.
With this core, because you have Draymond Green and Klay Thompson both winning max contracts. You have Steph Curry already with the first max deal. I mean, he was the first player with the supermax deal, making $40 million a year. And you have Kevin Durant. Everyone's saying basically he's has 1 foot in New York City already. So, who would you keep out of Klay Thompson and Draymond Green?
Klay Thompson. Well, you have to keep the common sense answer is Draymond Green, because without Draymond Green, you can't do what they do. You know what I mean? He allows them to play a certain kind of style of basketball. You know what I'm saying? And like I put it to you like this: had Don Nelson had Draymond Green, or Phoenix Suns coach now D'Antoni had Draymond Green, they would have rings.
Yeah, right.
You see what I'm saying? And probably multiple rings. But they had nobody like a Draymond Green with the style of basketball that they wanted to play.
Exactly.
At this time, though.
And then I think what a lot of people aren't talking about is the fact that Shaun Livingston and Iguodala are both towards the end of their career. So let's say they do win a championship. Now, if Iguodala and Shaun Livingston ride off into the sunset and retire, then what do you have? You know what I mean? You may have enough money to keep everybody as a core, but then who do you have coming off the bench? You know what I mean? That's always been the quote-unquote problem with Golden State. But they always seem to win championships with a lackluster bench because of the firepower of the starting lineup. I would say they may keep Klay Thompson, because the owner did say they want to keep Steph Curry and Klay Thompson together forever.
Right.
They want them to, retire together, the Splash Brothers.
Well, just say goodbye to championships.
And with Draymond, that sounds like Draymond Green's on the outside looking in right there, because he's the one, like I said, with their little beef going on between him and Kevin Durant, basically is, I'm here first. That's the type of beef that is kind of a childish beef, though, but it makes sense. I'm here first, so I need the max contract first, not you. Because Kevin Durant, they can offer Kevin Durant that supermax deal as well, which they are going to do. They're going to offer him a supermax deal. So basically, I would say Draymond Green, I would really look elsewhere if you want a Supermax deal. Possibly maybe LA or Philly or a team that needs someone like him to make it to the next step for a championship.
Right.
You know what I mean? What team do you think would fit him best?
Any team. Any team for his unique skill set that he possesses.
I would say most likely Philly. Philly would be the best for him. The city, you know, the atmosphere, and I think Philly would be a city that would embrace him the most, just how he is, on and off the field. You know, he'll punch you in the face if you talk to him wrong. You know what I mean? So, and if Philly would make that move, they're a championship team
right away
from day one next season. So,
right away.
I would say in the offseason, look out for that. I would think that would be more important as far as, you know, these Golden State Warrior fans. Look out to see what happens with Draymond Green. You know what I mean? And we're going to come back. We're going to go to the second hour of Mark My Words Sports Show. I'd like to thank everybody for watching on Facebook Live. Thank everybody for listening on RadioPhoenix.org. Next week, we're going to do something pretty big next week. We're going to go on location, do some video, do some audio with some people, a friend of the show. You know, we'll talk about that later on, so check out our social media platforms for that news. And keep it locked right here. After we off, you know, DJ Vex, My God Complex, Ricky T, the Basement Tape's going to be on after us. So keep it locked. You know, with their, what they call them, slappers now? That's what they call bangers?
Yeah,
they call them slappers?
Bangers.
I thought it was a West Coast thing. They call them slappers.
No, we call them bangers.
Bangers? Well, you always say that slaps.
Oh,
I mean, does it slap or does it bang? I don't know.
You know.
Does it? Or does it? I don't know. Does it slap? Does it bang?
It slaps.
You know, I mean, what did Detroit say? My God Complex, does it slap or does it bang?
It bang, it bang, it bang.
Oh, thank you. It bangs. All right. So we'll be back. More Mark My Words Sports Show. Second hour coming up.
Promotional consideration for this program is provided by MIM, Musical Instrument Museum, the world's only global musical instrument museum, and the MIM Music Theater at Tatum and Mayo Boulevards in Phoenix, mim.org.
Today we decided to walk to school. The light counted. 15, 41, 31, 13. We took a left on Carroll Street. Danny's smart, but he gets distracted. I realized he forgot his homework. I hope I don't have another bad day at school.
When you can see learning and attention issues from their side, you can be on their side. That's why there's Understood.org, a free resource for the parents of the 1 in 5 kids with learning and attention issues. Go from misunderstanding to Understood.org. Brought to you by Understood and the Ad Council.
Broadcasting from the campus of the Phoenix Center for the Arts, this is RadioPhoenix.org, Phoenix.
Mark My Words Sports Show, the second hour is here, and we're going to talk some NHL playoffs. Looks like the Boston Bruins may sweep the Hurricanes and make it to the NHL Finals. And we're also going to talk about Patrick Peterson, Arizona Cardinals defensive back, suspended 6 games, and we're going to tell you why. We're also going to have Ken's 5 Things and the name game in the second hour. We're going to talk NFL news and notes, NBA news and notes, more of the NBA draft and the NBA playoffs. So keep it locked right here. Call in 602-354-8823. Let us know what you think about what's going on. And as always, keep it 1 million right here on RadioPhoenix.org.
Radio Phoenix wishes to thank underwriter Los Compadres Restaurant.
Los Compadres is in the heart of the 19 North Corridor in Phoenix.
Information and reservations on Jazz Night, dinner and drink specials, and reservations at 602-864-0043.
Follow Los Compadres PHX on Facebook and Instagram.